essentially the wild card of baseball.
God damn, that was fucking painful to listen to you. Holy fucking shit, this fight was absolutely insane. No, and nothing. This Cowgirls fan right here is saying, welcome back, folks, to episode 19, our Lance Allworth episode of Talking S. As always, I'm Nicholas.
I'm Manuel.
Like, share, comment, subscribe, share with your baby mama. Let's get into it.
All right, so Nicholas, we have the NBA play-in, right?
Okay.
So they implemented this last year during the bubble, so they improved it. So from, was it 7 to 10, right? You have 4 teams competing for the last 2 playoff spots. You have the number 7 playing the number 8. The winner of that gets the 7 seed. Then you have the number 9 and the number 10 playing. The winner of that advances to the next one. And the loser of the 7th, 8th plays the winner of the 9th and 10th. And the winner of that one gets the 8th and final spot. So basically, it's like a mini playoff to the playoffs. It's essentially the wild card of baseball.
God damn, that was fucking painful to listen to you explain that. So with that being said, let's talk about the play and let's go.
All right, as of this video right now, we have the Pacers being the Charlotte Hornets.
Okay.
So they're going to play the winner of the Washington Wizards and the Celtics. I just got an update. The Celtics won, so they got the 7th spot. So they're going to play the Wizards. Winner of that gets the 8th and final spot. Now, I'm going to go to the more exciting play.
Who do you take for that game, though? Who do you think will win? The Hornets or the Wizards? I'm going to take the Wizards.
It is the Pacers and the Wizards, first of all, sir.
Oh, shit.
And, yes, I will go with the Wizards. Russell Westbrook just playing out of his mind, averaging a triple-double again this season.
Big B's.
And then Bradley Beal is just this close from getting the scoring title. So I'm going to go for the matchup that we're all dying for. So, in the Western side, we have Chef Curry playing against King LeBron James. 7th and 8th, 1 game. Who gets that 7th spot? Who do you think is going to get that spot between LeBron and Steph?
Oh, you were asking me a question. I'm so sorry. That was like a complete mind block from there. I'm going to go with the Warriors because I think the Warriors are just playing the better basketballs over the last 10 games specifically here. Here's my problem, though. I think this is a perfect example. It's nice to see them not doing as great as they've been doing this year just because I'm so sick of super teams in the NBA. It's ruined basketball for me so much. Super teams, yes, have always technically been around, but over the last 10 years, they have been popularized to the fucking max. And it's nice to see that 2 super teams, quote-unquote super teams, in terms of roster, are in the play-in. So moving on to some another sport. Let's talk about some MMA. Go. All right, y'all. UFC 262 is in the books. We have a new UFC lightweight champion. Charles Oliveira has knocked out Michael Chandler TKO, close enough. 19 seconds into the second round. Check left hook, baby. The first round was an absolute fucking war. It was crazy. You had Charles Oliveira taking Michael Chandler's back after a scramble through a guillotine attempt. And then you have Michael Chandler getting up from that, taking his back with a 2-on-1 good wrist clamp. Once they stand up, you have Michael Chandler not drop Charles Oliveira, but hit him, hurt him. Charles Oliveira goes to pull guard, and then from there, you have him in essentially a turtle position, and Michael Chandler starts smashing. Charles Oliveira survives, turns to his back, pulls guard. Great finishing round by Michael Chandler. They stand up, 19 seconds. Charles Oliveira is the champion a little bit later. You had a fight of the night before that. Edson Barboza versus Shane Burgos. Holy fucking shit, this fight was absolutely insane. You had leg kicks from hell, great boxing. And the fact that it was the craziest knockout I've seen in a while for the fact of this. Edson Barboza hit him, and it was a 5-second delay and turn or stumble. I would love to see Edson Barboza versus Yair Rodriguez. Let's talk about a hell of a kicking battle. I want to see that. I need to see it. You have Charles Oliveira. He's going to fight the winner of Dustin Poirier versus Conor McGregor. It's the only way that any of this makes sense. And I'm not even sure, even though he is the top 55er in the world right now in terms of who's holding the belt, that he is. Khabib retired, and I think Dustin Poirier could beat him. What you think, Manny?
Exactly what you said.
How about it?
All right, let's bring in some MLB news. So, Albert Pujols, recently released by the Angels, right? So, he had a chance to reunite with St. Louis, decides to go to the LA Dodgers. So, that tells me the man is ring chasing, and he's already in Los Angeles, so it makes perfect sense, so he doesn't have to really move.
You say ring chasing like it's a bad thing.
Well,
no, and nothing.
Yeah.
What the fuck? The man has Hall of Fame accolades already. Let him go get a fucking ring. What's your goddamn problem?
He already has a ring.
That's what I wish Larry Fitzgerald would do, is go ring chase somewhere.
Didn't you just compete teams about super teams in my NBA segment?
What the fuck does that have to do with ring chasing? Now
Because
you're
he's going to
apples
a super
to
team.
oranges.
He's going to a super team.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. He's ring chasing for his own personal glory. He needs that. He wants that.
He already has a Hall of Fame career and
but
a
if
ring.
he wants another ring to add to his Hall of Fame career, let him fucking do that, Manny.
I would have gone out of St. Louis. I would have gone home. I already have 2 rings. Why not?
Anyways, Bryce Harper 3 weeks ago got hit with a 93-mile-an-hour fastball in the face.
Oh, pretty boy.
How much was it, Christian?
97.
97. Holy fuck. And he had no constructive surgery or nothing?
Good.
What a fucking beast. And then you had Pyler today with the New York Mets get hit with a 93-mile-an-hour fastball, 94-mile-an-hour fastball, and his shit got busted up. Bryce Harper's just a different human being, bro. Fucking Christ.
That douchey pretty boy.
Why you call him that? He'll beat the shit out you, boy. Manny, who do you think has the best overall NFL offseason of any team? That's draft, free agency, firings, hirings, all that included. Who do you think has the best overall offseason?
I will go with the New York Giants.
And why so?
So, they filled up all the positions.
Damn, 1 second. This Cowgirls fan right here is saying that the New York Giants have the best NFL offseason? Damn, boy, Dak and your Cowgirls are fucked.
This is coming from the Penguins fan. Anyways, so I would go New York Giants, right? They have upgraded defensive line. They re-signed Leonard Williams. I mean, they might have overpaid for Adoree Jackson, might have overpaid for Kenny Galladay, but they do bring in a number 1 receiver. They bring in a corner that can compete. I didn't say over-dominate, but can compete with the receivers in the NFC East. So they have a giant chance to make the playoffs even with the 7th spot, and that team steadily improved all of last year. So it's all up to Danny Dimes. Let's see if he earns his name or not. Sink or swim.
Okay, so the big thing about Danny Dimes is we're going to know how good he is just like Tua this year because they drafted Tony, now they have Kenny Galladay, and they already had Slayton. And Slayton was a damn good number 1 receiver, and now he's dropping to a number 3 receiver. Adoree Jackson with Logan Ryan is a damn good cornerback tandem. So I think you're pretty spot on with that. For my best offseason in this team, the Carolina Panthers. Carolina Panthers went out and drafted J.C. Horn, who was my number 1 cornerback in the NFL draft this year.
Really?
Yeah, he was my number 1 corner for sure. You were so on Surtain's dick. It's ridiculous. I'm not a huge fan of cover 2 zone corners. I like my man-to-man press guys. Moving on, though.
Fair enough.
Terrence Marshall, the receiver out of LSU, is a hell of a draft pick. That goes along with Curtis Samuel and then more on the other side as well. They're getting Christian McCaffrey back. They re-signed Tyler Motton, their awesome tackle. They got Pat Eiflin, who's now a really good guard. Let's talk about the other players that they signed this offseason. They traded for Sam Darnold, so they have their lockdown cornerback who comes up with Robbie fucking Anderson. Oh my God, teaming back up with Robbie Anderson is going to be fucking amazing for his career. And I completely forgot about him. Then you have A.J. Boye, who signed this offseason as well, and Hassan Reddick, who's going to be coming into his own. Then they drafted Brian Burns last year to add with Hassan Reddick because now they can have a DN with Hassan Reddick right off the edge and have double edge pressure. The Panthers are looking fucking good, man. With the Saints losing Drew Brees, Matt Ryan getting older for the Atlanta Falcons, so I think the Atlanta Falcons do have a few good years left. I think it's a good time to be a Panthers fan.
All right, we're well into the NHL playoffs.
Not well into it. It's round 1.
Who are you guys pulling for?
Vegas Knights. I'm going with Manny's team from last year, and I'm going to jump on the bandwagon. I don't know who Manny's going for, too. I'll tell him his answer for you, the Vegas Knights.
Great, now I have to change it.
Nah, we're going for the Vegas Knights. We're going to bet together this time. We're 2 nuts in a sack, boy.
The Suns have clinched the playoffs, and they're, I believe, solidified at the 2nd seed.
I have clinched my asshole.
How far do you think they're going to make it and why?
I see the Suns going all the way to the Western Conference Finals, if not winning the whole fucking shebang, man. We have a full, complete team. Are you kidding me? This is the first time forever we have the way Mikal Bridges is playing out of his fucking mind. Of course, I don't even have to talk about Chris Paul and D-Book. Manny, what you thinking?
It depends who's matched up with them at the 7th spot. If they're going to have the Golden State Warriors, yeah, they'll go to the Western Conference. But if they have the Lakers, because the biggest weakness for the Suns, and it's historically their biggest weakness, is size. The Lakers have a center. They have a power forward in Anthony Davis that can be a center, and LeBron James can guard all 5 positions.
DeAndre Ayton has been playing defensively sound this year, though. And I don't think that's getting enough credit.
That's
in terms
one
for the Suns.
person against 3. That's my point.
I know. I'm just wanting to bring up that point because I don't feel like DeAndre Ayton's getting enough credit as a terms of a Sun.
Oh, no. Chris Paul's unleashing his potential. Chris Paul is finally unleashing his potential with the pick and roll. But
wait, isn't this talking speed, boy? We over here talking in a fucking paragraph.
Yeah, but like everyone's like overlapping in the past few questions, so
fuck it.
We're done.
Nuts in a sack. We fucking love you guys. Thank you again for joining us for episode 19 of Talking S. Like, share, comment, subscribe. More content coming soon. My work schedule's not as crazy, and we're getting life back together. Let's get it.
Thank you for watching the S.O.B network. Like, comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe.